Hey everybody, it is Ray's Readings and Oyuk. We are back again for another extended reading for everybody. So we did just record part 1 over on Instagram. The link is below for that if you would like to watch that before sitting through this one. I highly recommend it. So before we get into anything today with the cards, I'm just going to give you all a very quick explanation about my buddy here, Oyuk. So this is Oyuk. He is handmade by me. He was an idea that was channeled to me last year sometime in 2020 through Spirit. They let me know that this little fluffy teal friend wanted to come through. He wanted to be manifested in the physical so that he could be here to encourage me to be able to speak my truth, as well as to support me on a mental, physical, emotional, spiritual level. So he is not just a stuffed animal or a prop or something that I purchased. He is so much more than that. He is basically like a spirit guide channeled into this physical form that you see here today. Alright guys, so that's just a little bit about him. If you want to know more about him and the whole Fluffy Friends project that I've been working on for some time now, I do have some things out there that you can check out. There's a video on my Instagram called Explaining My Fluffy Friends, so if you just scroll down a little bit, you'll be able to locate it. I also have some posts and some reels where in the captions of them there's some info about the whole thing. And then I do have a Patreon page as well. There's a link for that below here in the YouTube description box, so you can just head on over to there, choose whatever tier price point works best for you, and you will have full access to everything I post over there. So that includes the Patreon extended oracle readings, as well as the extra videos. I have about 4 or 5 explaining Oyuk and the Fluffy Friends in more detail. So yeah, definitely check that out if that's something you're interested in. But we're going to go ahead and jump right in with the singing bowl, do some joining together for some energetic healing and cleaning and clearing and cleansing, and just get ourselves in the right mindset overall for this reading today. All right, so we're going to do that. Alrighty, everybody. So I hope you were all doing well out there, staying safe, staying in love as much as possible, and staying away from fear as much as possible. So we made it through that wonderful 2222222 all the fucking 2 portal. Yesterday it was very powerful time, perfect time to be manifesting. So I hope that you were able to use that energy to your full advantage. So I'll give you a quick gist of what came out in part 1 of this reading on Instagram. We have the Queen of Stones, the bear. Then we have the Eight of Arrows, struggle. And then we have the Page of Arrows, the run card. So very interesting cards coming out today. We have like a unfolding journey happening here. So it's like the initial spark to want to go out and do things and start getting back into adventuring and exploring the world and just going out there and doing things and taking more action. Then we have kind of the uphill struggle of trying to like get yourself back into a place of like a sturdy place where you're comfortable again, and then the excitement can hit you again. And then we have this Page of Arrows here with the Ren card, where it's like, okay, we've made it to kind of like a safe, sturdy landing. The excitement can hit, and all the ideas of all of the possibilities that are out there for us is really coming through, and we're like, oh my god, I'm so ready for this. So we're gonna see what else needs to come out for the situation. Again, please just tune into part 1 on Instagram if you haven't already. It'll explain more of what is going on here. All right, so I'm gonna pull some more cards, see what else is going on. Okay, so we have the Eight of Bows, Hearthfire in reverse. So this Eight of Bows can be all about community to me, especially in this deck, but also the Eight of Bows, or technically the Eight of Wands in the traditional tarot, is the like fast moving card, but it's not so much that in this deck. It's kind of like community and gathering, but I'm getting that this is a journey that you need to go on alone. This is for you and nobody else. You know, you're not going to have a whole group of people with you necessarily that are like right on exactly the same page and going exactly the same place that you're going on this journey, right? So, you know, community is important, but this is like for you. It's not about a bunch of other people and making sure, you know, all your friends, all your family, your cousins, and, you know, Joe Blow from down the block like joins and everything like that. You know, this is about you. So then we have the Four of Arrows, rest and reverse. So exactly, guys, you know, we already had this time of resting, and that was really highlighted here with the Queen of Stones card, the bear, because, you know, it's like the bear was in hibernating for however many months of the winter, and now she's just coming out during the spring, and she's like, okay, like we got to get out, we got to get going. It is time to get moving again and to get grooving. I'm hearing and starting new things. So the time of rest is over. And then we have the Queen of Vessels, the salmon. Yeah, so oh my god, there's a lot to know about salmon, and I'm not going to be correct on all of this, but I believe that they do get really active in the spring and summer because I believe that's their mating season. So they do a lot of traveling. I believe that they travel from like freshwater to saltwater and back or something. I know that like for their mating season, they come back and they lay their eggs where they hatched or something like that. I don't know. Again, there's really a lot to know about salmon. So that's just kind of a message that I'm getting though, is that there is going to be a lot of movement, a lot of exciting. Again, this fish is literally jumping out of the water. There's so much energy. So it's like I'm just hearing like there's so much to do, so much to see, so much to be, so much to discover. So like you got to get out there and you got to do it. You got to go for it. And again, that fire and that gusto really is there. I mean, no matter the struggle that may come up, no matter the effort that needs to be put in, the excitement and the attitude for it is there, right? Yeah, okay, so we have so many cards here that are just reminding us like, okay, the time to go with it and to like sit on things and to think, like thinking time is over, planning time is over. You know, you don't need to like plan every single fucking step to take steps. You know, you just go with it and you see what happens. We got to go with the flow here with the Queen of Vessels here, the Queen of Cups. So definitely a very, very flowy energy to all of this. Like definitely just go with the flow is what I'm hearing. I don't know. And even though this is technically the feminine energy in the card, this still seems like a very action-oriented card with all of the movement and the energy within it as well. Yeah, and then so the Hermit card. So this hooded man card. It's the Hermit card technically in the traditional tarot. So again, there is something here about, you know, you are going this trip alone. I mean, look, we have somebody with a cloak and a walking stick in this card as well. And look at this. We have this little rock and this little wren here. And then we do have the wren card. So to me, this is like a recurring like inspiration, a spark, the excitement that is kind of following you wherever you go. But again, this card is in reverse. So it's like, yes, you're going alone. This is true. This is here. This is present. Yes, you're going to have this little spark of this little wren here following you throughout whatever steps you take. But it is not time to be, you know, going within this cave, and hiding out and hibernating anymore. Oh, I just noticed that this Eight of Arrows and the Hooded Man card, they both have lanterns as well. So again, a lot of recurring imagery here within the cards. It's very interesting how this is like coming out together and showing themselves, because if I just saw these cards on their own without these other ones, I wouldn't even know that, you know, they kind of are like going together and having similar imagery. So yeah, you know, again, this journey is for you to walk this is your path to walk alone. You don't have to take everybody with you, like I mentioned earlier. But yeah, it's not time to just like hide out and sit on things and meditate. Like you've already waited, you've already meditated. It is time to go and get it. All right. So then we have the moon on water. So this is the moon card. So I'm getting illumination. You know, like we have this very bright, big, beautiful full moon in the background, and it's really lighting up all of the animals here within the card, showing out their silhouettes, right? So they're even this whole card, even though it's nighttime, there's a lot of brightness because this moon is so close to the earth within this imagery. So there's a lot of illumination. So again, I'm getting there's a lack of confusion here. You know where you're going and what you're doing. Or at least you know like the drive that you have to do it. You might not know every single step, you might not know the exact destination, but you have a dream. I'm hearing a couple songs. I'm hearing the whole like I Have a Dream song from Rapunzel, and I'm hearing what's her face, it's from Has Been Hotel, Charlie's song, I Have a Dream, I'm Here to Tell. And then yeah, that's stuff that's not related to the reading at all, but I'm just hearing those two songs about like having a dream and going out and getting it and pursuing that. So that's a really big energy here. We also have this bull that I am drawn to in the back. So again, a lot of masculine energy, a lot of like going forward, charging ahead to do things. This is also is giving me like Taurus energy as well, because Taurus is obviously the bull. So that's also very grounded and very stable, that energy. So yeah, it is kind of like charging forward with this gusto. There's even a bit of an intensity to it. It's like you've been waiting for so long, you've been sitting on it, and you've been thinking for so long that now it is time to go out and get it, and you're not like wasting any time. Like, you're just ready to go and get shit done, is what I'm getting. There was something else to this card that I was getting. It was like a message, like, I don't know, maybe it'll come back, maybe it won't. Something along the lines of like waiting time is over, like, yeah, I don't know. Like you've done enough thinking and enough planning. You know where you're headed now and where you're going. Again, even if you don't know every single step, you don't have every single little thing planned out, you know enough and you've thought about it enough to just know that it is enough to just enough. How many times can I say enough? You just know that it's enough to just start and just get out there and do it. All right, so we have the Six of Stones, exploitation, coming out in reverse. Then we have the Seven of Vessels, mourning, and we have the Ace of Vessels, waters of life. So there's the exploitation card. So again, this is in reverse. So this is past energy. So I'm getting that you're getting over any feelings of being used, being mistreated, being exploited, having things taken from you, being burned, I'm getting as well. Like this is like past betrayals and hurts, or anything where you lost out on a lot of things and it was a very difficult situation, a huge struggle. Here, I'll just show it upright so you can kind of see the picture better. You're getting rid of that and you're moving past of that, and that's something that again you're leaving in the past. So as you're moving forward and you're going forth on this adventure, you're leaving that behind you. That shit does not matter and it does not need to come with you anymore, right? Again, that's a weight that you don't need to be carrying anymore. I'm just really so drawn to this bull here in the moon card, because that's a very heavy animal. I believe they weigh about a ton or something like that, maybe a little bit more. But it's a very hefty animal, but even though it's so heavy in weight and it's solid and it's sturdy and it doesn't feel like it has a whole bunch of weight on its back, right? Like this bull doesn't have a saddle on or any like things needing to be carried by it. It's not an ox carrying a motherfucker in a carriage or anything like that. Like he's just running around free on his own with nothing weighing him down besides like his own body mass, is what I'm just really drawn to, I guess. So that's kind of what you're feeling right now, is it's just and you don't have any other extra shit. You don't have other people tied to you that you're dragging behind you. Again, you don't have like a whole community, everybody that you ever know coming along with you, and that includes not only just like physically bringing people along with you on this journey, because it may not be a physical journey where you're actually going out there and taking a pilgrimage, but it's like a mental, spiritual journey, absolutely. And so again, this whole idea of not taking everybody with you isn't necessarily just like you're not dragging everybody with you physically, but it's not taking everybody and their stuff with you physically. You're not carrying the burdens of old conversations or old people that used to know and opinions that don't matter and conversations, if I haven't said that already, but I feel like I did. You're letting it all go. And now I'm hearing Let It Go from Frozen. So every time I say let it go in a reading, that song comes through. But yeah, then we have the Seven of Vessels, mourning. So to me, this is just detachment. Maybe there will be a little bit of mourning, a little bit of oh my god, like I gotta let this shit go. Like there will be a little bit of that heaviness, but it's just detachment from everything that was in the past, everything that does not belong to you, that does not serve you, that is not for you to carry around. So again, that's letting go of expectations, conversations, memories, situations, people, places, things. I want to say. it's just letting everything go. You're not carrying all these heavy cups of like, oh my god, like I'm just seeing somebody like balancing a whole bunch of cups on them with water in them, so they're trying not to spill them. Oh my god, like it's just the weights of all of the different things that you've been through, all of the different experiences. We tend to do that as humans in this society, especially in the West, is we do have a very big attachment to everything. We hoard not only physical items and things like that, but we hoard experiences and memories, especially negative ones. Like we just have all of the shit that we're carrying on us that weighs so heavily all the time. So you're letting all of that go. Like you're just, I'm getting like, I'm seeing the person balancing on the cups, trying not to spill them, and then they're just like, fuck this, and they just throw them all, and it's the most like cathartic feeling I'm getting, because you just see all those cups flying in whatever which direction and all the liquid spilling out, and it's like you can almost see it all in slow motion. You're like, huh, I'm free. I'm free. I don't have all of these things that I'm holding on to that are weighing me down. I can just blah, 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 I can do whatever the fuck I want to do and just move on, right? So very interesting. Again, a whole lot of detachment energy coming out here in the readings today, guys. All right, and then we have the Ace of Vessels, the waters of life. So I think this is where you're headed. You're headed to a new beginning, right? You're making your way up this uphill battle here to make it to this landing and come to water, so that you can take a drink and then give yourself a little bit of a rest before you continue on your journey, right? And again, this is kind of like spring summer energies within this card. I'm seeing this as spring. This is like all the snow that was within this like vessel has melted and is turning into this water. All the ice that was over this lake has melted, and or this pond or whatever it is, it's melted, and now it's just water for all of these animals to come and nourish themselves in. So you're seeking fulfillment, you're seeking nourishment, you're seeking, again, new things, new beginning, new experiences. You want to embrace the energies of the spring and the summer and the new beginnings that come with that, the freshness. I'm getting like the greenery, the vibrancy of everything. I'm getting the sights and the smells of it. Like there's just a certain smell to spring when things are melted and the plants are starting to come up. There's just a freshness in the air. That's something that you're seeking, you're wanting to experience. So that could be literally, or it could be metaphorically, right? You just want a new start in life and in general. Again, you want to feel free. You want to feel uninhibited, unencumbered with anything really. So you're just detaching from everything and anything that you don't need. I'm almost getting like a Fool card energy, where it's just that person, the clothes on their back, and maybe a small bag of whatever they may need. And that's it. And maybe a little animal or companion that comes with you, but it's just like lightening the load as much as humanly possible that you can, and just detaching from as much as possible is what I'm getting, so that you can take this journey. All right, so the readings are surprisingly coming out quicker today, so that's amazing. So I'm going to leave it here for the YouTube reading, but I will hop on over to Patreon and pull some oracle cards, and then I will close out the readings for today. But I sincerely hope that this reading resonated today, that you found some parts that were helpful, that were maybe some things that you needed to hear, some advice or something like that, some guidance. Yeah, I don't know. I hope that you enjoyed and that something resonated. I thank you so much for being here and for tuning into these readings and for supporting me and my buddy and the work that we do here. Seriously, it is so much appreciated and highly valued by me. But yeah, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, night, whenever you're getting here. Sending you so much light and love and luck and whatever you're going through right now, whatever the situation may be. And yeah, my buddy Oyuka and I will see you all real soon. All right, goodbye, guys. We'll see you real soon.